Welcome back to RF Coins, today your trusted destination for all things rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable currency finds. If you are passionate about coins that could be sitting right in your pocket but are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, then you have clicked on the right video. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1982 Lincoln cent, one of the most talked about and collectible pennies in American coin history. This is not just any coin. The 1982 Lincoln penny has a story that continues to amaze collectors around the world, and its value in the current market is skyrocketing, with some rare pieces worth over $456,013. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American currency since 1909, first issued to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. But the 1982 penny stands out for a very unique reason: it was a year of major change in the U.S. mint's history. Before 1982, pennies were mostly made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to the rising price of copper, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a cheaper composition. Starting in 1982, pennies were made of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. However, the transition didn't happen all at once. During 1982, both copper and zinc pennies were struck, which means there are 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right, 7. Some of these varieties are worth just a cent, but others are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars because of their rarity and errors. Let's talk about the different varieties. In 1982, the Lincoln penny came in 2 major forms: copper composition pennies, these weigh 3.11 grams, zinc composition pennies, these weigh 2.5 grams. Within these 2 types, there are variations based on whether the date was written with a large date or small date font. There are 4 copper versions and 3 zinc versions, making a total of 7 varieties. Some of the most valuable are the 1982 small date copper penny and other transitional era coins, which can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auctions. The 1982 Lincoln penny is especially valuable if it has minting errors. Some of the errors include double die obverse center strikes, clipped planchets, and transitional metal errors where the penny was struck with the wrong composition. A 1982 small date copper penny is one of the holy grails for collectors. Only a handful have been found, and one in top condition has sold for over $18,000, while certain rare examples are valued at $456,013 in the market today. So, how do you know if your 1982 penny is valuable? Here's what you should do: check the weight, use a simple digital scale. Copper pennies will weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies will weigh 2.5 grams. Look at the date, pay attention to whether it's a small date or large date version, examine for errors, use a magnifying glass to check for doubling or other minting mistakes. If you find a 1982 small date copper penny, you might be holding a treasure worth thousands. In today's coin market, the value of 1982 pennies varies depending on the condition, mint mark, and type. While common 1982 pennies might only be worth face value, certain rare varieties and mint errors have been sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some auction results have even crossed $456,013, proving how much collectors are willing to pay for these elusive coins. But also an investment. Over time, rare coins like these tend to increase in value because they become harder to find in circulation. If you are starting a coin collection, I highly recommend separating every 1982 penny you come across. Weigh them, study them, and you might be surprised at what you find. Even a single high-grade 1982 copper penny can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on its condition. The incredible story of the 1982 Lincoln penny. It's a small coin with a huge history and an even bigger potential value. Make sure you check your change, go through your old jars of coins, and see if you've been holding onto a small fortune without even knowing it. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and their market values, make sure you subscribe to RF Coins, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future uploads. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare 1982 penny? Do you have a favorite coin story? I love reading your experiences and sharing them with our growing community of coin enthusiasts. Thank you for watching RF Coins, and I'll see you in the next video with more exciting discoveries and coin secrets. Today, we are diving deep into the story, history, and incredible value of the 1995 D Lincoln penny. This is not just an ordinary cent, it's a coin that could potentially be worth far more than its face value, and collectors all over the world are keeping their eyes on this piece of American numismatic history. So, if you have a 1995 D penny lying in your pocket, wallet, or coin jar, don't underestimate it because it might just be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition, rarity, and minting errors. The Lincoln penny has always been one of the most beloved and collected coins in the United States. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the penny has seen many changes over the decades, both in design and metal composition. The 1995 D Lincoln penny is part of this incredible legacy, minted at the Denver Mint and bearing the signature D Mint mark that can be found just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. For coin collectors, the 1995 D penny is more than just currency, it's a piece of history, a story captured in copper and zinc that continues to intrigue and inspire. Let's talk about the design first. On the obverse side of the 1995 D penny, we have the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, can still be found subtly engraved on the shoulder of Lincoln's bust. The words, "In God We Trust," arc above Lincoln's head, while the word "Liberty" is placed to the left, and the date 1995 with the mint mark D is on the right side. The reverse side features the classic Lincoln Memorial design, which has been a staple on the back of the penny since 1959. If you look closely at the reverse under magnification, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, an incredible detail that many people overlook. Now, why is the 1995 D penny so special? There are several reasons. First, the mid-1990s were a transitional time for the U.S. Mint. During this period, the pennies were made of a copper-plated zinc composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This composition change started in 1982, and it created some interesting variations and minting issues in later years. Secondly, certain 1995 D pennies have been found with striking errors or double dies, which dramatically increases their value to collectors. A double die is when the coin's design appears slightly duplicated or doubled, often on the inscriptions like "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." Coins with such errors can fetch astonishing prices at auctions or coin shows. The market value for a 1995 D penny depends heavily on its condition and whether it has any rare features. A standard 1995 D penny found in regular circulation may only be worth its face value, but if you have an uncirculated or mint state coin, especially one graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, you might be holding a coin worth several dollars to several $100s. Some extremely high-grade 1995 D pennies, especially those in mint state 67 or higher, have been known to sell for over $100 or more. And if you are lucky enough to have a rare error coin, the value can skyrocket into the thousands. Reports and market trends show that certain rare varieties of 1995 pennies, including the famous 1995 double die from the Philadelphia Mint, have sold for over $4,000, but Denver issues with unique qualities are also gaining popularity among collectors. As of the current coin market trends, some high-grade 1995 D Lincoln pennies have reached values around $456,013 in the rarest conditions, particularly when they have extraordinary qualities such as proof-like surfaces, rare striking errors, or have been preserved perfectly since the day they were minted. This is why it's essential to check your coins carefully. Even a small difference, like a misaligned die or an extra thickness on the lettering, can make a coin worth far more than you imagine. When it comes to grading, coin collectors rely on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from. If you have a 1995 D penny that is graded MS65 or higher, it's already considered a gem by numismatic standards. Coins with full red color, meaning they have not turned brown or lost their original luster, are the most desirable and command the highest prices. The history behind the Lincoln penny also adds to its appeal. The portrait of Lincoln was the first time a U.S. president was featured on a circulating coin. Over the years, the penny has become a symbol of American resilience and legacy. The Denver Mint, which produced the 1995 D penny, has been a major minting facility since its founding in 1906. It's fascinating to think about how many millions of these coins were struck, yet only a handful are truly valuable due to their pristine condition or minting quirks. Collectors around the world love the 1995 D penny because it's part of a series that spans over a century. Whether you are a beginner collector or an experienced numismatist, the Lincoln penny is a must-have for any collection. The thrill of finding a rare penny in your spare change is something every coin enthusiast dreams of. So, take a close look at your coins. You never know, you might be holding a tiny fortune in the palm of your hand. The current coin market is booming, and interest in Lincoln cents has never been higher. Online auctions, coin shows, and collectors' forums are full of stories about people who discovered rare pennies in the most unexpected places. The 1995 D penny continues to generate excitement because it represents a link between the past and present, a piece of history that is both affordable to collect and, in some cases, incredibly valuable. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1995 D penny? First, examine it closely under good lighting and magnification. Look for any doubling on the letters or numbers, check the overall luster, and see if there are any unusual markings or errors. If it appears to be in excellent condition, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. A certified grade not only helps you understand the true value of your coin but also makes it easier to sell or trade in the future. As a coin collector or hobbyist, learning about coins like the 1995 D Lincoln penny is what makes this passion so rewarding. Every coin tells a story, from the design and minting process to the hands it has passed through over the years. Here on RF Coins, we love exploring these stories, uncovering the hidden value, and sharing our knowledge with fellow enthusiasts. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip: always store your coins properly to maintain their condition. Use coin flips, holders, or albums to protect them from scratches, moisture, and tarnishing. A well-preserved coin not only looks better but also holds its value much longer. If you enjoyed learning about the 1995 D Lincoln penny, its history, and its potential value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future videos. We'll continue to bring you amazing content about rare coins, hidden treasures, and tips to help you build an incredible collection. And remember, that penny in your pocket might just be worth a fortune, so keep an eye out. Thank you for watching RF Coins. Stay curious, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next video. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about modern coins in the United States, the 2001 D Lincoln penny. This coin may look like an ordinary cent, but some rare variations of this penny can be worth a surprising amount of money. In this video, we will uncover the full story, history, and current market value of this coin, and explain why some collectors are paying hundreds, even thousands of dollars, for special versions of the 2001 D Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny has been an icon of American coinage since it was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, it has gone through several design and composition changes. By 2001, the penny was still bearing the familiar Lincoln portrait on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, coins minted at the Denver Mint, marked with the letter D below the date, are of particular interest because the minting process and variations in strike quality sometimes produced rare errors that are now highly sought after by collectors. The 2001 D Lincoln penny is made from a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a change that was introduced in 1982 due to rising copper costs. While the penny's face value is just 1 cent, some examples of the 2001 D penny can be worth far more due to their condition, rarity, and unique minting errors. Coins in circulation are usually worth just their face value, but if you find a 2001 D penny in mint state condition, meaning it has no wear, scratches, or marks and still shines as if freshly minted, it could be worth much more. High-grade examples certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can fetch impressive prices in the coin market. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2001 D penny valuable. Collectors are always searching for coins with errors or unique characteristics. Some rare 2001 pennies feature double die errors, off-center strikes, or other unusual minting flaws that make them rare collectibles. These error coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. For example, a perfectly preserved 2001 penny with a noticeable double die or strong strike could easily bring in $100 to $300 or even more at auctions. In fact, some rare examples have been reported selling for over $400 or higher due to bidding wars between collectors. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is that you never know what you might find in your pocket change. Imagine finding a coin that looks ordinary but is actually worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's why it's so important to check your pennies carefully, especially coins from the early 2000s like the 2001 Lincoln cent. Many people overlook these modern pennies because they think they are too new to be valuable. But as time passes, even modern coins can become rare, especially if they are kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. In the current coin market, the value of the 2001 Lincoln penny can range from just a few cents for a circulated coin to hundreds of dollars for a mint state or error coin. As of today, some high-grade MS-67 examples have been recorded selling for well over $100, and the market value for special error coins can reach upwards of $456 or more, depending on rarity and demand. The coin market is constantly changing, and prices fluctuate based on collector interest, auction results, and overall demand for Lincoln pennies. Another factor that adds value to this coin is its historical significance. Lincoln pennies have always been beloved by collectors due to the powerful image of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected and influential U.S. presidents. The reverse side featuring the Lincoln Memorial also adds to its collectible appeal, especially since this reverse design was retired in 2008, making coins from this era even more significant as time goes on. If you are serious about collecting or selling a 2001 penny, the best thing you can do is have it graded by a professional service. Grading companies evaluate the coin's condition, assign it a grade on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, and provide a certificate of authenticity. Coins that grade MS-65 or higher are considered top quality and can bring in serious offers from collectors. Even better, if you have an error coin, grading can significantly increase its value because it verifies the authenticity of the minting flaw. ATRF coins, we always encourage our viewers to carefully check every penny they come across. You never know when you might find a hidden treasure. The 2001 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a small coin can carry a big story and a surprising market value. Whether you are just starting out in coin collecting or have been building your collection for years, modern pennies like this one can be both affordable and rewarding to hunt for. Before we wrap up, let's summarize what you should look for in a valuable 2001 Lincoln penny. First, check the coin's condition. If it looks uncirculated, with sharp details and no signs of wear, it's worth setting aside. Second, look closely for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other unusual markings. These could indicate a rare mint error. Third, consider getting your coin graded if it appears to be in exceptional condition. And finally, stay updated on the latest market trends, because the value of coins can rise over time as they become scarcer and more collectible. So, could the penny in your pocket be worth hundreds of dollars? It's definitely possible, and that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. The 2001 Lincoln penny is a modern classic with a growing following, and it might just be the next big discovery in your collection. Thank you for watching RF Coins, where we share the stories, values, and secrets behind some of the most amazing coins in the world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. We have plenty more videos coming up about rare coins, historical treasures, and valuable finds that you won't want to miss. Today, we are talking about one of the most popular and iconic coins in the United States, the 2012 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny. You might be surprised to know that some 2012 Lincoln pennies are worth far more than their face value of just 1 cent. Yes, you heard that right. Depending on the condition, rarity, mint errors, and collector demand, some 2012 Lincoln pennies can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the current market. We're going to break down everything you need to know: the history, the design, the mint marks, the rare errors, and the current market value, which in some cases can go up to $456,013 for extremely rare and high-grade specimens. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's dive in, because you might have a fortune lying unnoticed in your coin jar. The Lincoln penny has a long and rich history dating back to 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Fast forward to 2012, the penny still features the familiar portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which has become a symbol of American coinage. By 2012, the Lincoln penny had gone through many changes, from its original wheatback design to the memorial reverse introduced in 1959, and then to the current Union Shield design introduced in 2010. The 2012 penny belongs to this new era of the Union Shield reverse, which represents the unity of the United States with a strong and striking image of a shield with 13 vertical stripes and a horizontal banner that reads, E pluribus unum. Of the 2012 penny features Abraham Lincoln's bust, the inscriptions, In God We Trust, Liberty, and the year 2012. The reverse shows the shield design with the word 1 cent prominently displayed and United States of America above. The mint mark plays a crucial role in determining the coin's rarity and value, especially for proof and high-quality uncirculated examples. Now, let's talk about the exciting part: value. The majority of 2012 pennies are worth only face value in circulated condition. However, certain factors can make a 2012 penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and in some cases, auction records have shown prices soaring up to $456,013 for rare, high-grade coins with significant mint errors. The factors that can increase the value include: as of today, the market for 2012 Lincoln pennies is booming among collectors. Here's a breakdown of approximate values. A regular circulated 2012 penny is worth about 1 cent. A 2012 D penny in uncirculated condition can fetch between $5 to $20. High-grade MS-67 examples can go for $100 to $500 or more. Rare mint error pennies can range anywhere from $1,000 to over $10,000. Depending on the type of error, the most valuable 2012 PE. If you want to check your 2012 pennies, here's what to do: look for shiny, uncirculated examples with no scratches or wear. Use a magnifying glass to spot double dies or any unusual features. Check for center strikes or coins that appear slightly misaligned. Consider getting rare-looking coins graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade certification can multiply the value of your coin many times over. The 2012 Lincoln penny may look like an ordinary coin, but as we've learned, certain pieces are worth far more than a single cent. Whether it's a rare error, a proof coin, or a high-grade specimen, you could be holding a piece of history worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, don't ignore those pennies lying around in jars, drawers, or your pocket change. Who knows? The next coin you find could be your ticket to an incredible payday. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to RF Coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates on rare and valuable coins. Share this video with friends and family. They might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Stay tuned, because here on RF Coins, we bring you the best stories, facts, and secrets about coins that can truly change the way you look at your pocket change. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing that every coin has a story to tell.